Well, on Friday, Dean Liddell and Neil Harkins were each sentenced to 9 months for breaching the injunction banning any revelation of the adult identities of Thompson and Venables, the killers of James Bulger. They posted photos on Twitter and Facebook purporting to be of Thompson and Venables last February, which the judge said could have been seen by thousands of social media users. Is social media out of control? James, I'll bring you in here. There seems to be sometimes people perceive an inconsistency. There was a very good report on Channel 4 News the other night from Alec Thompson about this video of a baby, horrific footage of a baby being beaten. The person has been arraigned who was responsible for it, but it's up there. It was taken down temporarily. It's back up there. It's had lots of likes, meaning people approve of the fact that this footage is there. And yet they take, there have been cases of people breastfeeding taken down from Facebook. So there seems to be an inconsistency, doesn't there?
I mean, to start off with, social media and content that's uploaded can be uploaded by publishers and it can be uploaded by individuals.
But we are all publishers, aren't we?
We are now, we are indeed. And it's a place where discussion can occur. Now, when content's uploaded, it can be censored, it can be taken down by different platforms, but it's really up to us to decide as individuals what we want to watch, what we want to engage with, and what we do not want to engage with.
Well, Facebook decided it wasn't gratuitous violence. They thought it was in an appropriate context. You wouldn't see that, though, on BBC News or anything like that, unless it was in a very specific context. So there's a different standard applied here. Yeah. The Boston bombings,
The Boston bombings is a great example of how the police force, to begin with, engaged with the community. They asked for marathon runners to participate. They asked for content to be uploaded to them. And the individuals really felt engaged. They felt as if they were doing something positive, which they were, and eventually the two suspects were apprehended.
Lots of people were also wrongly named as well.
Yes.
And it's quite interesting.
That was really an example of social media, I think, at its worst, when, the
best and worst,
Absolutely. And I think we all learnt a lot, because, like I said, we're in the infancy of these technologies. We're taking baby steps, and we're learning how to take things seriously, how not to.
Leon, what about the racism aspect? These people would have been racist anyway, wouldn't they, without this new tool of communication?
Yeah, they would have, but it just makes it a lot easier for people to be racist. Now, you're not taking down videos. There are millions of videos on YouTube that should be taken down, but they're not. So people are going to keep putting them up and watching them.
What sort of stuff, what sort of content are you talking about?
There's a lot in South Africa where the police were attacking black people with AK-47s and making them stand there. And that was up there for months. In fact, it's still up there now. That should be taken down, but it's not.
I would argue the other way. When such content is published online, it evokes conversation. If people create content...
So we should leave it up there?
It should be there. Well, it shouldn't be censored. It shouldn't be taken down. There should be a conversation around it, which there is, such as today. If people have got racist thoughts and racist publications occur online, if they're taken down and it's put into a corner, it's forgotten about. If we open it up to public debate, then the people who have uploaded them, the people engaged in such
That's when the kind of self-regulation...
That's the point.
It's self-regulation and...
Exactly right. The self-policing of the social media is important. And let's get the positives here. This is a medium which educates, which brings people together, which communicates. And let's have some positives here about it.
Leon, do you want to come back in?
Self-policing isn't possible.
Leon.
Sorry, the next question. So, what about pornography? Should that be taken down?
Pornography, when it's legal, it shouldn't be taken down.
But I mean, on like YouTube.
But I think that's exactly what I'm saying. Is if the police were more educated on this, when pornography videos were uploaded that appeared to show violence and illegal acts taking place or underage participants, the police could jump in and go, great, there's evidence, there's video evidence. And when stuff is taking place that's been, consenting adults and it's all been done carefully and legitimately and above board, that can be left and people can access that if they want to or not.
The same with the Boston bombings as well. As soon as there was somebody who was put into the public realm as being a possible bomber, the police should have reacted quicker. They should have noticed that there was this discussion going on Reddit and on other platforms and taken a reactive response and publicly said this person isn't involved in order to kind of nip that in the bud at the beginning.